Jason Pfaff is a man on a culinary mission. He wants to eat at every Denny's in the world. And Strangechamp spoke with Pfaff about his quest for the Holy Grail.
So how many Denny's have you visited by now?
I don't have an exact count in my head, but it's about 230 or so. I've been slowing down in recent years, unfortunately. There are about 1,600 worldwide.
So you have a ways to go.
Yeah, I have a ways to go. I'll probably stop by the time I'm 30, because it's cute and fun when you're in your 20s, but once you get over that, it starts just becoming kind of sad, I think.
Are they all pretty much the same, or are they really different from each other?
Well, that's kind of the thing. They are pretty much the same everywhere you go. They have slightly different floor plans, but that's sort of the point of the website, is to focus on little minute differences and to act like every visit is a wonderful and strangely unique visit when it's really not. It's just more of the same over and over and over again.
You know, I have a confession to make. I have never actually been to a Denny's.
Probably for the best, really.
Well, by now for anybody to take the time to visit 230, that must have something to recommend it.
Inertia.
Well, is the food any good?
The food's okay as far as that sort of thing is concerned. The project really isn't so much about Denny's as more just using Denny's as the backdrop for things to do.
What do you usually get?
I try to mix it up a bit. A favorite is the moons over my hammy, just because it's fun to say. I'm a big fan of omelets. I try to stay away from the dinners. I had a bad experience once, so I try to avoid that. And I don't get any seafood. I don't think that's a very good idea.
It's Denny's for real good taste.
Denny's for real good taste. Always real good taste. Denny's for real good taste.
You go into each Denny's and you visit with people and you meet people, but you also want to come away with some kind of Denny's item each time, right?
Right.
So what kind of stuff have you gotten?
A lot of name tags, a lot of menus, a lot of kids' meal crayons. Even though I express to them that I want something we can't get free, usually a lot of times they're afraid to talk to me, or you get a manager who's paranoid about annoying Denny's corporate or something, so I get, just like the throwaway paper menu. But some carafes, a lot of old table displays, a lot of old buttons they're not using anymore, like, ask me for dessert or it's free or whatever they say. Huh. I only keep the really good stuff.
What's the really good stuff?
I got 2 toilets and a sink from one Denny's in Ohio.
You kept that stuff?
Yeah, I put it on my bus. They were clean. They were renovating their bathroom. It's not like we just went back there and took it from them. It was sitting in storage. And so I have that. And I have a lot of mugs. I keep the mugs.
What do you do on the website? Because this is the other sort of form the Denny's visits takes.
Well, on the site, I catalog all my entries and put down all the pertinent information, and I organize them chronologically, alphabetically, and numerically, just to cover all bases. But I also have a section where people write in and tell me about their Denny's, and that is much larger than what I have. That has probably 1,000 entries by now.
What kinds of things do people say?
Pretty much the exact same thing every time. They tell me how great their Denny's is and how all their friends hang out there and how it's the best Denny's in the world. So it's kind of amusing that everybody says the exact same thing, more or less. Either that or they complain at great length about the service and the food.
Okay, wait. What is the way factor?
Well, yeah, that's something else. There was a song written a while ago about Denny's at 4 a.m., and one of the lines was that a lot of Denny's managers look like Weird Al Yankovic. And so in addition to getting the information and getting some food and trying to scam some free stuff, I find out if there's a manager or an employee who resembles a Weird Al Yankovic, and that is the W-A-Y, way factor.
Well, I just got out of the bar about a little while ago. I was looking for a place to eat, but my mind was working kinda slow. So I drove around till I found my destination about 3:25. I was too tired to sleep and too drunk to drive, and now I'm at Denny's at 4 a.m.